nunchuck arms, my friend. I'm sure I'm going to have tendonitis at some point. Is that how you get those? Is it tennis elbow if you're doing nunchucks? No, sir, you have something much worse than tennis elbow. You have Michelangelo elbow. It's an evolution of this. You just got a standing O from the host. Taylor Grant, everybody. Taylor fucking Grant. Also, I think jazz hands are like this, or like that, or like this. No, that's cheerleader. When you applause, you keep it right at the side. Very, very, like, good for you, good for you. I'm learning. Jazz hands? Sign language. Sign language. Jazz hands. Roller coaster. Fuck out of you, buddy. How's everybody sitting so far away? Come sit up in Splash Row. Perverts Row. Not because we're going to squirt, some of us spit when we talk. Our next performer, this very skilled thespian, hails all the way from St. Catharines. There's not that many S's in St. Catharines, come on. All right, but seriously though, can we get our shit together because I have another act coming up. Everybody on this side of the room, we're good? Everybody on this side, we're feeling okay? A little bit of love on that side of the room, we're all right? All right, I love it. Friends and fans, this is Michael Hart, everybody. Michael Hart, let me hear it for you. Hello, Taps. How we doing this evening? My name's Mikey Hart, or Michael Hart now, because I have a collar on. I try to dress real nice and pretty and stuff like that. Also, those fucking hands like that, that's like the autism fucking hands. You're like, ah! I don't know, maybe the autism hands. Like, I always make a reference, like, I eat pussy like an autistic kid in a thunderstorm. Like, oh, I'm right down in that. We talked about pace earlier, too, homie. Goddamn. Talk about pacing, bro. Throw a little Spanish music on and just get the fuck in there. Dig deep. Trust me, I breathe through my nose. I got big hands, but don't perform too well downtown. So, a lot of foreskin down there. But anyways, besides that fact, I'm engaged now. So, big fudge off the market for all y'all just wondering. Well, it depends. Probably like eating pussy too, but that's beside the fact. It's all good. It's kind of fucked up, but it's not really at the same time. Like, hey, that's cool. I hate dick too, but surely doesn't. I don't know. Once again, like Taylor, I'm not really off the drugs and booze, but sometimes. But still, I still get to get that up there once in a while, like a finger in the asshole. Like, if you don't get a finger in the asshole, you need to grow the fuck up. I know Levi has. Taylor definitely fucking has. He's had to pay for drugs without money before, so he knows exactly what that's about, wherever the fuck he went. But hey, the one thing I actually claim in my life that, sorry, if you guys ever seen me perform before, I'm a dirty fuck. I apologize. I know homie was from out of town over there before, but I'm sorry. I'm a crude fuck. I worked in kitchens my entire life. But the one accomplishment I could actually have, and I say this with such pride, I've never been to prison. I've never been arrested even. Which is, at this point in my life, I'm 32 years old. It's kind of a, you know what? A lot of people are like, well, I own a house, I own a car. I don't barely even own a car. The car I have fucking barely even runs. But the accomplishment I have is, I've never been to prison. I'm engaged. I'm like, yes, this is fucking beautiful. But as I get older, it's starting weird. Like, I'm looking at ointments at shoppers now, and I'm like, oh, I got Petro points, what are the Petro points, PC points, where the fuck it is. I'm like, oh, I get 10,000 by this ointment instead. It's the strangest thing, because I started to smell like the inside of my grandma's purse, and I'm like, wow, I didn't expect me to be in this fucking position in my life. Jesus, I'm worried. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be cold out there, but put that ointment on to be sore as a motherfucker, you know? I work out one day, and I gotta have a cold fucking shower, which I'm still shivering about, and once again, it's all foreskin at that point after that, but thank God I breathe through my fucking ears. I'm a chef, so that's why I have kind of a demented sense of humor or whatever. It's like the last outpost of the misfit, but now all you get is like flannel shirts and people that don't know exactly what they want. They're like, oh, I made a really good steak tartare as a kid and that made me want to be a chef. Like, bitch, I had to fucking literally survive. That's why I'm where I am now, working in kitchens. Didn't even graduate high school, but I graduated culinary school. It makes zero fucking sense. But going through the culinary game, and especially restaurants, everything you should know now, like, it's really hard to hire people. And people where I work is out in Jordan, nice little fancier place, so we get a lot of like rich farm kids. So, has anyone seen Black Panther 2? Anyone? No, it sucked. I'm sorry to say, it fucking sucked. Like, a lot of the Marvel movies came out lately, but this one white boy I work with, he's really impressionable. So I see him the first day. He's like, "What's up, Mike? How you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, Jesus, you see that fucking movie, didn't you?" He's like, "Oh yeah, bro, it's all good." Go buy his car. He's got the Africa symbol in his car. He's like changes his name to like, I don't know, like Zacchaeus or something like that. It's fucking weird. Like, he started talking about like colonialism and shit like that. I'm like, dude, you're 16 years old. What the fuck is going on over here? He's asking if he can get a braid up. Would that be acceptable? I'm like, kind of like culturally inappropriating people, but that's completely on him. But also, this kid looks like he was like a child abuse victim. Like, he's definitely like, his dad definitely slapped him around. But you ever look at a kid, or not even a kid, let's just say like, you know, someone up in their 20s, like, you've definitely had like a weird encounter with like a very close family member, and that's still continuing on to this day. Like, he definitely has sleepovers with his cousin at 25 years old. Like, he's definitely figured his cousin at one point, male or female. It's not up to me, that's cool, a hole's a hole. At the end of the day, you know what I mean? But like, it's still like that kind of weird thing. So I remember like, I didn't stop working for a year, and I see him like, "You get that dick wet yet, homie?" He's like, "Yeah, definitely." I'm like, "Did you get it wet, or did you just talk about getting it wet, dude? Like, what the fuck's going on here?" But I don't know, maybe it was with his cousin again, because he swore he was a virgin, all of a sudden he wasn't. And I'm like, oh, it's all good. But also, I gotta watch what I say, because like, I have kind of a stepdaughter at this point too, and she's in high school, so very culturally sensitive and everything like that. Me, I grew up in the 90s, but also in a 1950s household. So we were watching Christmas movies, and I'm like, oh, it's the Hallmark movies, like, oh, they're gonna fall in love, that movie. Shut up, don't stop reading the fucking movies. I'm like, oh my God, like, the movies, they're absolutely fucking horrible, these holiday movies. I watched holiday season today? And it's like, this girl's a lesbian, and she doesn't want to be told that, she doesn't want to tell her parents that her partner's with her, and yada, yada, yada. It made me think, like, I've always wanted to be part of a Christmas dinner where someone ruins it. Like, comes out with some big announcement, and the dad just cries his eyes out, just like, loses his goddamn mind. But you always can see these predictable fucking holiday movies where they're like, oh yeah, they're gonna fall in love after. No shit. I seen Freddie Prinze Jr. in a movie the other day. Remember Freddie Prinze Jr. back in like the early 2000s? I questioned my sexuality looking at him back in the day like that. I'm like, sure. I would fuck people, you know, whatever. That's cool, you know, it happens. I see him today, it looks like all beaten up fucking like catcher's mitt. Like, I'm not the best looking myself, but I do lotion, make myself look a little bit better, right? But geez, homie, you worth millions, you look like that? Fuck, no wonder your dad shot himself. Fuck. Yeah, it got real dark real fast. But anyways, he was like a piano player that falls in love with another Latin piano player, da-da-da-da-da. All this bullshit. We're watching this holiday season movie, and I'm like, this girl comes out to her dad, which I thought was beautiful. I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. The other girl found out like she was just lying with her husband because he was cheating on her. And the dude walks away to his study. And I'm like, you should hear a gunshot right now. It just ruined dinner, everything whatsoever. And I'm like, you know what? He should have. That would have been like, you want to fuck with me with a holiday movie? You should do that. You want to throw me off a movie? Let a kid die first in the movie. You're like, holy fuck, I'm intrigued now. But right at the end of the movie, like a sad Christmas movie where the dad just blows his brains out at the end, that'll be me. But besides that point, hopefully one day that'll be me blowing my brains out in the study. My name's Mikey Hart, guys. Have a fantastic evening. Thank you for having me. Here's your man, Levi